Ever wondered what would happen if Spider-Man crossed paths with Thor? Our story begins with Miguel O'Hara, aka Spider-Man 2099, taking a leisurely stroll through the streets of New York with his girlfriend, Dana. They're on the brink of a historic event, the unveiling of Valhalla, the floating city. But as the countdown ticks away, a silhouette appears above the city skyline, and it's oddly familiar. Seconds later, chaos erupts. Valhalla experiences what can only be described as a suspended earthquake. The entire city shakes, tossing its inhabitants like leaves in a storm. People cling to anything they can find as buildings crumble around them. Amidst the pandemonium, a voice echoes from above. Addressing everyone as mortals, this booming voice commands attention. All eyes turn upward, and there they are, Thor, the god of rolling thunder, and his ever-watchful companion, Heimdall. But this Thor isn't the one we know and love. He's a bitter, cocky, and almost evil version. Thor proclaims his return to rule over everything as his rightful domain. He's come with Heimdall to usher in a new golden age and declares that the false bringers of Thor's word shall be the first to perish. Thor spots Dana, Miguel's girlfriend, and is instantly captivated. He refers to her as a comely wench. Yes, I had to Google that one too, it means pleasant to look at. Thor turns to Heimdall for approval, receiving a nonchalant as you say in response. It seems Dana doesn't quite fit Heimdall's taste. They fly down to Dana and Miguel. Thor says that while everybody else has to go, Dana has to stay. That's if she's interested in witnessing the sport of the gods. Right in front of Miguel. I'm not gonna lie, this is a pretty Chad move by Thor. But Miggy isn't standing for that disrespect. He and Thor start yelling back and forth, with Miguel accusing him of being an imposter and not the real Thor. This attacks Thor's fragile masculinity, and he throws a right cross directly at Miguel's face, not knowing he's Spider-Man, of course. Miguel slips the punch and insults Thor further, which causes the supposed god of thunder to lift Miguel with one arm and throw him through the city Dragon Ball Z style. Miguel flies out of sight, crashing through buildings. Onlookers think he's dead, as surviving such an ordeal seems impossible. Dana isn't an exception. She starts yelling and hitting Thor out of anger for seemingly killing her beloved. Here we witness yet another Chad move from Thor. Frustrated by Dana, he flicks her away, causing her to crash to the ground. He says he isn't a god for the undisciplined but one for men and that he does not put up with ungrateful females. Fed up with everyone he's dealt with so far, he tells everyone to leave, and that's when we switch back to future Spidey, Miguel. Miguel knows he can't return as himself because he should be dead. With that, Miguel returns as Spider-Man, donning the iconic blue and red, which if I may say, looks amazing in this universe. He confronts the two gods, Thor and Heimdall, and his immediate concern is Dana, his girlfriend. Thor, surprisingly, tells Miguel that Dana left with the rest of the crowd, referred to as the sheep by Thor. Unlike someone like Peter Parker would probably be, Miguel seems satisfied with this answer, content in the knowledge that Dana is safe. He decides it's time to leave. But of course, Thor has already built up a grudge against this Spider-Man. He knows this is the same man he flung away not too long ago. Thor commands Heimdall to bring down the web-slinger, throwing his sword, Hofund. Spider-Man, with his agility and quick thinking, narrowly dodges the initial sword throw. Hofund is no ordinary blade. It begins to follow Spider-Man, homing in on him. But Miguel isn't one to be outwitted. He times his dodges to avoid the magical tracking effect and manages to grab Hofund's handle, stopping it in its tracks. Thor, enraged beyond measure, attacks with Mjolnir. What follows is an epic clash between Spidey and Thor. Their weapons clash, metal against metal, as they engage in an intense battle. In the end, Thor seems to gain the upper hand, disarming Spider-Man of Hofund, or so it seems. In a swift move, Spider-Man shoots a web at the sword, pulling it back towards him. The sword just grazes Thor's cheek, leaving a bloody cut. Thor, now in a berserker rage, grabs Spider-Man aggressively. As Spider-Man attempts to break free with kicks and punches, Thor hoists him up by the neck and hurls him into a nearby building. Mjolnir follows Spider-Man, dealing double the damage. Spider-Man goes hurtling through the buildings, but he manages to move Mjolnir away from him while in midair. He tries to use his wingsuit to break his fall, but it's been damaged in the fight. Miguel falls, followed by Mjolnir, which continues tracking him, landing directly on top of him. In the aftermath of the intense battle, Miguel emerges from the rubble, battered and bruised. But he's not alone. There to greet him is none other than the Punisher, looking downright menacing in this 2099 setting. While the Punisher points his gun at Spidey, it turns out he's not there to take him down. Instead, he's come to lend a helping hand in this time of need. As we can see, he can definitely use it. Let me know if you want us to continue this story, thank you. Be sure to like, subscribe, and have a great day.